Why I can't improve my Korean. I would like to share my experiences of when I studied other languages. If you wonder why your Korean or any other language hasn't improved a lot, even if you watch Korean drama for a few years or live in Korea, this video might help you. And I will also tell you the application that I use to make foreign friends. First of all, I need to talk about me. I was born and raised in Korea. I've been living in the States for 2.5 years. I'm a polyglot. I can speak Korean, English, Japanese and Chinese. I was a flight attendant at a foreign airline which is located in Malaysia for 3 years, so I had to speak English when I lived in Malaysia and when I served passengers. Also my Japanese test JLPT is N2 which is second highest, and Chinese test HSK is 5 which is second highest. I studied Japanese for a year in Japan, studied Chinese for a year in Taiwan, and study English many years in Korea. I can speak Japanese the most, English and Chinese. I'm not saying you have to live in the country to improve your language skill. If you watch my other videos, you might think why is his English is so bad, even though he's lived in the States for more than 2 years and also has an American girlfriend Keilliwa. Well, I want to talk about that. You might think if you live in other country you will have many local friends and you will be able to speak the other language automatically. That's not true. When I was in Korea, I had a few foreign friends who went to Korean language school, but they couldn't make Korean friends easily, because their classmates were all non-Koreans and also they didn't have many chances to talk with Koreans. Let me give you another example. My aunt has lived here more than 20 years, trust me. She can't speak English, she understands little bit though. Do you think it's because she is old? Well, my English speaker friend who is around my age, married his Korean wife, and he has been living in Korea more than 10 years. My English is way better than his Korean. Let's say you make Korean friends or a Korean boyfriend or a girlfriend. There will be two situations. 1. You can't speak Korean, but they speak English. Obviously you will never learn Korean from them. Maybe you will ask them teach you Korean, but there is limit to learn Korean from them. When I was in Japan, I had a Japanese girlfriend who wanted to learn Korean from me. I taught her, but that's all. Whenever we dated we spoke Japanese all the time because if we speak Korean we couldn't communicate with each other. When I was in Taiwan to study Chinese, I had a Taiwanese girlfriend who can speak Korean very well. So I asked her to speak Chinese to me, but whenever I spoke Chinese, she couldn't understand me very well, and also I felt bad, so we spoke Korean. That's why my Chinese is worse than the other languages. 2. You can speak Korean. It's just like my current situation. We speak English all the time, but the reason why my English doesn't improve more than a specific level is we talk about the same thing, different day. Every day it's a similar topic. Even if I speak using broken English, she won't correct me every single time. And she is used to listen to my English and also I'm used to listening to her English. So she can understand what I said even when my grammar is wrong. But is my English enough to live in the States? Well, I got in a car accident a few months ago. So I needed to call my insurance company to report the accident. Trust me, I only could understand 30% of the conversations from the insurance company's staff, because there are so many new words that I've never heard of, and I was also not used to listening to the staff's English. It was a really terrible experience, but don't worry, I will tell you how I learned other languages. First, study. Like I said earlier, if you just hang out with local friends, they won't teach you every time. You need to learn new words and new grammars. If you don't study, your language level will be stuck at the same level. So if you need to do something new one day, you will be in panic like me when I had a car accident. Second, make your circumstance to speak Korean often. When I came back to Korea from Japan, I decided to be a flight attendant for a foreign airline, so I had to improve my English, but I didn't want to go abroad to study English. So I made English-speaking friends to make my circumstance to speak English often. When you make Korean friends, you need to make more than 2. There are so many people in the world, even if they are from the same country, the way they speak is different. It depends on their age, gender, and their background. So how can you make friends? There are many websites and applications that you can find friends for language exchange. What I used is Hello Talk. It's an application where you can find someone who lives nearby your area. I'm not saying the application is the best because it depends where you live. Just try many websites and applications and find best one for you. Do not focus on making opposite gender friends to make a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Make friends that you can hang out with often. When I was in Korea, I made 2 male and 1 female English speaker friends. They're all different, have different interests, different backgrounds, so I could talk about different things with different words and different grammar with them. And remember, do not just talk about daily stuff. You can simply bring up a topic like history or society problems to improve your Korean. That's all for today. The main key of learning is studying and making your circumstance to make you to speak Korean often. If you have a question or want to know more about it, please comment on this video.
Bye.